here, Cam, because they're still wheel-to-wheel through turn 8. Still holding on. Fantastic racing between the two. And the driver from the UK will have the inside run to hold him down the inside, and he will do so. Regan and Christoph watching the action unfold. Regan has a better run. He has the inside now. Now Milana, can he get this one through? Chop the nose potentially. Don't want a repeat of Sebastian Vettel and Mark Webber at this part of the circuit, making contact between each other. Jay's got the inside line, though. You also see Giuseppe having a move on Zaselski. Milana, inside line. Can Jay hold on to the final corner? Just about. Yes, he can. Fazio, oh, a bit of a hip check there from Jay. And now it's 3 wide over the start-finish line. And Fazio will try to get the move here into one. Very close action. And Giuseppe through he goes. He'll get the move done. Meanwhile, gap has opened up. Cody Lawrence has been able to stretch his wings. It's 1.9. And Ramau deciding not to go for the overtake, but Anna is clearly making mistakes. I don't know how used those tires are, but now it's the fight for second place. And Ramau has got the outside run in 8. This quadruple apex. It's a singular line, you may think, but how small these cars are, they can make some moves here. And Ramau is all over the rear. He's got the outside line, and this is a huge opportunity to get the move done here. Outside here, cutting over the curb, trying to get the run. He's made contact with Adam. He has made contact with Anna. Adam, oh, he's gone through the barrier. He's flipping. He is out of the circuit. And Adam is out of the race. He's won race 1 in Miami and race 2. He's won race 1 in Montreal and race 2. That's 4. Count them 4. This race win is going to be number 5. It's victory for Cody Lawrence. Down to second position, it's Christian Ramau, who will take up P2, but a penalty might come his way for the action against Anna Adam. And P3 will go down to Gabriel Costa. 4 lights on the board. It's race number 2, and we go racing. A lot cleaner for all the drivers there. Somebody's had a slow start. They've gone around him, and Giuseppe leads us off. Matos to the inside, cannot get the move done. Layla will have the outside run, and Ferreyes has some trouble there, losing the rear end, but doesn't clout into any of the drivers as they head up the hill for the right-hander, but into the left-hander. It's Layla who gets the move done on Matos, and Eamon will send it up against Regan Milana. And Regan will go around to the outside, trying to get this move done early on, but can't get it done, and Eamon will be firmly up, trying to fight for the podium. Layla goes wide, though. Mistake from her, and Matos will have the move here on the outside as they head up the hill for the right-hander. Right-hander it is. Layla will dive it down. Eamon will also slide it up the inside, and Matos has been sent off circuit. And Regan Milana also having a chance to fight through into turn 8. The battle for P1 slipstream. The inside line is open, and through goes Eamon Asseir, and he takes the lead of the Turkish Grand Prix. But Giuseppe will still fight back, and it's side by side for the race lead. Eamon will have the inside for turn 8. The quadruple apex. 1, 2, 3. The 4th apex comes up now, and Eamon will hold on to the lead, but Giuseppe will try to get the run here as they go into the downhill left-hander. It's going to be an all Hail Mary, but no, Giuseppe will go to the outside, trying to open up the corner. Big chance. Oh, he's taking him out. Why? He's taking him out. Oh, no. Once again, it's trouble for Eamon, and Eamon Asseir has been stripped away from victory. Giuseppe. Oh, that's going to be a penalty. That is a slam dunk penalty there for Giuseppe. Absolute stellar. Cody looks like he's got it. Layla, watch the space there. She's in the middle. Three wide as they head into the left-hander. Regan locks up. Cody can't pull the switchback. Milan has the outside. Lawrence, Perez, watch out for them. Round out the final corner. And Diego sent a dive up Cody Lawrence. What a run. Cannot hold on. Look at this Paca. This is absolute fantastic racing. Cody Lawrence to the inside. Has an opportunity. Has a dive waiting for him. Milana. Does he hold on? Layla firmly able to hold on to this gap and stay ahead. Now we watch this fight here down the rear. Cody Lawrence holding on against Diego Perez, and Milana having a great job defending, but Cody, I think he's having enough here. Almost fed up there. Thought he was going to dive it. Diego Perez tried to look for the move there. Cody has the outside run there. Beautifully done there. He'll have the inside this time by against Regan Milana, and you know what? Cody's going to get it done. Lawrence is up there to third. Regan, however, knows this is the fight. This is his fight here. He's going to send it down the inside. Keep those wheels ahead to hold on to the racing battle. And now they head into the third turn 8 section here as Ramau has an opportunity to fight against Perez. Regan may be backing out of this time, but he'll try to line himself up for the next battle down the straight. And Perez doing a great job of keeping up with this battle here, might I say. And here we go. Regan Milana, can he muster up something to fight here? Remember, Cody still has to get past Layla, provided Layla does not make a mistake and make Lawrence's battle any easier. Through to 1, Costa. Inside line there, 2 drivers going deep. It's Ramau and Costa. Remember their teammates? Watch out for Perez. Side by side, it's 3 wide for the moment, but Diego, he's kind of going slow up there. There is Daniel Matos, and Ramau rounding out the outside, now inside run. Matos swipes through Perez. They're side by side between each other. Now Matos trying to get this run here on Diego, and can't get it done there. Now Costa has to fight through. Meanwhile, Ramau, oh, he was tagged. Oh, trouble. 3 cars. Safety car deployed. Safety car deployed. 4 lights on the board. Ladies and gentlemen, it's another Wednesday, and that means it's Wednesday Cup. Welcome to Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club, and it is time for some F1 action. It's like the drivers are just wanting more open wheel over GT3. Who would have thought? We last visited open wheel just this past Saturday at Silverstone. We are going to Le Mans for GT3 racing next on Saturday, but it looks like the drivers are not done just yet. But you know what? Hold on. This music doesn't really do it justice. Let's get something that fits the theme a lot better. That's a lot better. Welcome to Interlagos for the Brazilian Grand Prix. we're going to get some amazing 2008 Formula 1 action coming your way. This is going to be a lot of fun. Do we have audio? Of course we don't. Of course we don't have audio on the stream. Why? I don't know. We'll figure that out. But either way, got some great racing to come up here. Let's go trackside here. And we'll sort out the audio as we go along. Because you guys need to hear these cars go around here. They are beautiful. Actually, I think I know what could be it. Let's see if this will fix it here. That did it. All right. So we're getting ready for qualifying, and as you can see, we already got the layout set up to. We're good to go here. And and Adam spinning the rear. He's in the Toro Rosso. Now brush up on your Formula 1 memory here. Let's flash back to this Grand Prix in 2008. Of course, everyone remembers it for that infamous "Is That Glock" moment where we thought Felipe Massa had won the World Drivers' Championship, but instead that went to one Lewis Hamilton to take his first ever championship. And there's that McLaren there as he sits out of the final corner there, driven by Eamon Asseir, all lower cases because he didn't capitalize his letters in the sign up. That's on him. Couple new drivers here. Here's Correas in the Red Bull. Let's go down the order here. Caleb Brown in the Toyota, Force India there, and there's the Renault. Controversy at its absolute finest with that team. If you know, you know. There's the Williams there, driven by Claudio Jr. The aforementioned Anna Adam in the Toro Rosso, the better looking car in the Red Bull family. What else do we have here? There's a Force India there, driven by Gabriel Costa, getting past, oh no, getting past Vitor. And there's Daniel Matos in the BMW, one of my personal favorites looking cars here, as there you see Rahul going faster there. Let's go on board with him. So one thing, we're not going to get the sector times right away. We're going to get them as they come closer to the line. So you're not seeing Rahul's time as he loses the rear end there. We'll catch it up very soon. A lot of cars next to come to the line here in practice. Helmet's correct. Somebody's rocking the Kubica helmet in the Ferrari, but what could have been? What definitely could have been. There's Rahul crossing the line there, and hard on the braking right after it. Alright, audio might be a bit too loud this time. Should be a lot better there. We could be good to go for this one. I cannot wait to get racing with these cars. This is what Wednesday Cup is really all about. So far, we've had a hit I would say maybe a miss maybe for karting last week. This gotta be a hit. This is gonna be some awesome Formula One racing. Classic Formula One racing. And as the checkered flag comes out here in Brazil. Last time we were here, it was the finale of the GT World Challenge. We don't want to talk about what happened there if you're a certain fan of a specific Portuguese driver who lost out on the championship that day. Hey, similar to how maybe what Moza would have felt? Who knows? What we do know is that we are in it for some really awesome racing here. Can't wait for it. There is Correas here. We're watching him for a bit now, and he is looking quick. The driver that nobody here in CMRC has any intel on. So he's the true underdog story here. If he can put that Red Bull on top, of course. Back in the day, this Red Bull driven by, I believe it was David Coulthard and Mark Webber, was not as quick as the young guns Sebastian Bourdais and Sebastian Vettel, especially in the sister outfit. Feels like that nowadays, IRL. But there we go. Practice complete. We're gonna get ready for qualifying very soon. Let's take a look at the cars on pit lane. There's Keimani in the Super Aguri. There we go. Christian Ramal, Vitor, Ferrari duo. Purnima in the Renault. Excuse me. There's Caleb Brown in the Toyota. Jaden Lloyd, Claudio Jr. Williams duo. Evan Steinberg in the Honda. Daniel Matos in the BMW. Some of the cars we've put 3 manufacturers for them. We've had so many drivers sign up, so I'm waiting for them. We should have over 20 today. There's Correas, Eamon Espear, Layla, and Anna to round it out. But let's get this one started. The pre-race celebrations here in Brazil. It wouldn't be a Wednesday Cup without the national anthem. Please rise for the Brazilian national anthem. Let's get qualifying underway. It's time! Let's do this! So as the drivers have already crossed the line here, we're already starting it off strong, and we're gonna see how this one turns out to be. We're back with a bunch of cars on the grid at once doing qualifying because, well, it's Wednesday Cup. We can do what we want, and we got 20 minutes on the clock to get this one done. Who is taking pole position? So as the drivers now come around for their first flyer here, it's looking like it's Adam with the first lap, who is getting ready to cross the line here. Purple in the middle sector, rounding out the final corner of Junghao, and now racing up the hill and looking to put this lap time on the board. The first lap time for the drivers to catch up. Anna Adams sets it down to the Toro Rosso. P1 with a 112.548. And Correas takes it down with a 111.183. Layla up next into third. Junior in second now. Keimani next, followed by Evan Steinberg. Ramau, however, is going very quick in that Ferrari. Look at him fly. 2 purple sectors. He'll almost certainly cross the line in P1 to take provisional. And Juho has already died in the BMW. Jaden Lloyd next to the line. He's third. And Eamon Esper in the McLaren Mercedes. Racing up the hill. Super Agui. Yeah, I did say that, didn't I? Fair enough. And copyright strikes with Wednesday Cup. We can do what we want out here. And aim it to the top in the Vodafone McLaren Mercedes. A 110.334. He's tuned up the band. Here comes Correas next. Very quick this time. What can he do? Correas to the line now, chasing down a 110.3. I think I might have, there we go. I think the session times are a bit bugged for a second there, but we're good now. Ramau next to the line, looking very quick. Can he take back P1? Almost certainly he can with a 110.154. So provisional pole going to the Ferrari. So it's from Ferrari, McLaren, Red Bull, Williams, your top 4. And let's see what Caleb Brown in his first lap here to the line. And it's only enough for a P13 result there. Eamon Esper back to the line, and it's not enough for the rest of the pack. On board with Claudio Jr. here in the Williams. Ooh, Lloyd kicked out of the session. Hopefully he can jump right back in here. You see all the smoke coming out of the back of the Williams here. Rounding out the final corner. Bit of a lockup. Not as quick as I bet Junior would have wanted around the final corner. But nonetheless, though, it's going to be a lap that he will take to the line. And we'll see what this one will be. Very wide he almost goes. That could have been track limits there, but it's across the line nonetheless. Here comes Ramau, and purple sectors will cross it, and he is now the first driver to go sub 110 with a 109.942. And yellows in the first sector. That's for P9. Evan Steinberg, ladies and gentlemen, pulling off his theatrical trapeze acts here for the fans in Brazil. Let's see if we can clear those yellow flags. That's funny. Let's continue this one here. Adam next to the line, and he crosses it. P3 for him. So just that bit off of pole. Still has work to do. And Claudio Jr. off circuit there, so we are now turning our attention to the Force India driver of Gabriel Costa, currently with no time on the board. What can he do? Crossing it. Still not a valid lap time. What a run. All right. Continuing off this qualifying session here. Let's watch Evan Steinberg, and let's hope he does not flip this car. Around the first couple of corners looking very clean. Just going to drag my timing board here on this side so I can have a better look. Looking very good. Oh, no. Take it back. My bad. Evan Steinberg making a mistake there. And he goes just that bit wide off track. 12 minutes left to go in qualifying. Does anybody have what it takes to go up against Christian Ramau? As Eamon Nasseir puts down a better lap time, improving a 1:10.2. And let's stick with him for a lap. Through 4. A little bit of a slide on exit there, but we have to turn our attention really quickly to Christian Ramau. We'll come back to him, and Ramau is going quicker on this lap. And oh, look at that. Half a tenth just off pole position. Still looking out to see what Nasseir can do. A little bit of a lockup on the outside. Now final corner, taking all the track limits possible. 3/10 down, however, and you can see struggling just that tiny bit. Still trying to look strong, in it to win it here. And he's still on the first row, just P2, and he improves once again, 1:10.2, so he's really getting it cooked up here. Here comes Layla next to the line from P5 as an improvement, 1.2 down on that lap. To the right, now left-hander. Lloyd going quicker, as well as Ramau. Lloyd puts down a lap time, P7, 1:11.295. Now here comes Ramau, 1:09.942. Cannot improve it that time by Ernema next to the line here, still yet to put down a valid lap time on the board. Can it be this lap? Yes, it is. So first proper lap on the board with 10 minutes left to go for him. There is Anna. Oh, he stopped on the track, taking it straight to the pits. Quick little refuel and back going. Here is Oleg in the Ferrari. And crossing the line, now it's P4 and a purple third sector. Could he be a shout for pole position? That might be a driver to look out for the latter stages of this qualifying session. Correas next to the line. It's not enough to improve. He still stays in 7th position. Yellow flags coming up for the Williams driver. Lloyd takes it straight to the pit, so we go on board with Layla, right-hander. Solid line. Just about missing the apex. Little counter steer there. Get on the power early. Lots of smoke up in the distance. Don't see yellow flags, though. Right-hander. Holding on to this lap time with all her might. Heading into Junkow, a little bit of a lift, however. Too much curb. And now we'll find out what Layla can do on this lap. What could it be? Oh, it's actually an outlap. It was an outlap, false alarm, but that's positive news. It's a personal improvement in the final sector. Let's go on board with the Beamer. Juho Sopanen wants to call himself Juho Sopawin. I think that's how we called it. He wanted me to call it last week anyways. So let's see what he can do. To the right. Listen to that thing go. Climbing up the hill, hard onto the brakes, flying out here. Looks very confident in that car. 14.962 is that first sector. And oh, loses the back end. That's going to be his lap time. Done and dusted, just like that. Adam, still third, on board with him. Maybe this is the lap. Look how close he gets to that white line on the inside. To the left. Quick on exit. Lots of drivers pulling off to the side of the track. We have 2 races coming up here today, both of them 25 laps, so we're going to have about a good hour of racing here. 2 30-minute races, essentially. No safety cars, but the drivers do have to make pit stops where they have to change the compounds. Right-hander on exit. Middle sector for Anna coming up now. It's a 37.5, and that is very quick. That is very quick for Anna Adam. Can he find the 2/10 to get onto the front row? Could it be enough for pole position? Here comes the Canadian to the line now. Anna Adam, it's not enough. It's personal improvement. 110.399, slams on the brakes. Another splash and dash of fuel, and he's going to be back on track momentarily. Meanwhile, here's Oleg. To the right. Oh, too much there. He's following Christian Rahul, and the dirty air has played a huge part in that very harsh slide. He's on an outlap as well, and he's already cooking those tires, or maybe it's a way of warming them up. And you heard me right, 2 races coming up here, both of them 25 laps each. The grid won't be affected for the second race. Here comes Rahul, just has his time to improve on. 109.9, misses out by over half a second. And the Brazilian will try another lap again. Here is Eamon. Now still P2, hustling this McLaren, who all of a sudden has decided to put in an electrical power unit because we can't hear the thing. I wonder why. We were hearing it earlier. And Eamon is going quicker. Engines kicked back in. He's got some technology going on in there. This is his best lap so far for Eamon Esmer. Is this the one to topple Ferrari on top? Is this the one to put him on pole position, crossing the line? It's not enough. It's 37 thousandths of a second off pole position. What can Eamon do? He's got to be more perfect than he already is. An absolute nail-biter now in the final 5 minutes of qualifying. And we're still undecided on who is taking P1. Could it be Eamon? Could it be Christian? Maybe the man we're watching right now. And Adam. Piloting what Sebastian Vettel drove in the 2008 championship in the Toro Rosso. What can he do? He's great in the first sector. He's looking to improve now in through sector 2. 52.0 to beat. 3/10 down. And he still cannot find the confidence or the pace through that middle sector. He's great in the first. He's solid in the last. He just cannot get it put together in the middle. Crossing the line now. And it's 4/10 off pole position with that lap. There's Rahul. He'll try another one. Correas. In the Red Bull 7th gear, screaming down to 1. Lock up, heavy lock up there. That could be a flat spot. But he's still going to continue his momentum nonetheless. We're running out of time here in qualifying. Just 3 minutes left to go in the session. And pole position still firmly up for grabs for all these drivers here today, but your top 3 might be the favorites. No drivers to really watch out for a big lap here. We can watch Gabriel Costa in the Force India. P10 for him. Not quick enough to get to the top. Looking at Evan Steinberg, he's got some personal improvement in the middle sector, but unfortunately it's an outlap. He would wish this one was the main one. Rahul, no improvement on this one. Let's see what he can do for this lap nonetheless, compared to that P2 lap time. He's 5/10 off his fastest. Now we're on the lookout for quick times here. Final 2 minutes of the session. Eamon and Anna together here on circuit. You see the distance. He's pulling away from him on the straight. Looked like Anna probably gave himself a bit of space, but here we go. This could be the final big chance, the final dance for a proper lap time. Both of them, big lockups and counter steering through one. This will be a taste of maybe what the chasing is like in the race. Now left-hander, and just like that, we're under a minute to go. Rahul, as you see on the timing sheet, cannot improve on this lap. He'll have one more final opportunity to do it. Eamon, however, is flying. Oleg has found himself going a bit quicker as well. 14.843 in the first sector. Now coming up to the second. We're going to see it right about now, 38.1. This is a huge lap time from Oleg. Could it be a Ferrari that jumps onto the front row with this lap? Crossing it now? No, it is not. Eamon, followed by Adam to the line next. There you see them. Bit of improvement, bit of time lost in the various sectors together. Adam's going to have the slipstream, but it's going to be Eamon first who crosses the line. It's no position improvement for the both of them. It's one lap to go if they can keep this lap together. Time is up. Checkered flag is out. That's qualifying. We now figure out who is taking pole right about now. It's confirmation time. Rahul, it's time to take it to the pits. He pulls off to the side of the track. Little slide there for Eamon. Let's go on board with him. Right-hander. Look at it. Hooked up. Correas jumps Oleg in the standings for his final lap time there. He is on the second row, sharing it with Anna Adam. Look at Eamon push. Oh, Oleg pulls off to the side of the track. Not really the best place to do so. Right out some local yellows for him, and look at Eamon. No! Oh, he clipped Junkao! He clipped Junkao, and he's lost the car! Pushing with all his might. He was purple, and it could have been pole position for him. We're left with just Anna Adam to cross the line now. Is it pole position? It is not. What a dramatic end to qualifying. Eamon clips the curb, and he loses the back end. Pushing with all his might. That was exciting. That was such a fun qualifying session. And to watch the very end, Rahul is on pole position, but barely. 37 hundredths of a second. Just ahead of the Italian Eamon Espeir. Oh my goodness. Anna Adam will be on the second row with Correas. Sanson and Layla will share a row together. Yuho, Claudia together. Wow. This is going to be amazing. Cannot wait for it. So here we go, as we're getting ready for the big one. Very interesting there, Anna, Adam. I think everyone's just switching their tires, though, for the race. I thought that was for the grid, for the qualifying. But let's arrive at the grid. 14 of you guys watching the stream, thank you so much for tuning in this Wednesday for CMRC action. This Saturday, we head to Le Mans, but today it's all about Formula One action at Interlagos. We're waiting for the drivers to now be rolled onto the grid. They're going to be so quick, it's going to look like they teleported. We just now wait for the countdown here. What an amazing qualifying session. What is racing going to look like? Turn 1 is going to be absolute chaos here. I'm expecting somebody to lock it up and go deep. Keimani in the general chat has just put down a gif of Fred Flintstone bowling. That is exactly what I expect. But you know what? Let's have some high hopes here. And let's see how this one's going to turn out here. So, ladies and gentlemen, Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club bringing you action here at Interlagos. It is time to get this question underway. Who is winning in Brazil? As the drivers line up on the grid. This is the one empty slot. Don't see a pit lane starter. I'll take my car to the grid, however. And we're going to lock it down. 1:35 left to go. Welcome to Brazil. Grewal starting in the back. Then it's Caleb Brown and Brunema. Keimani Neong in the Honda. Followed by Evan Steinberg and Daniel Matos in the BMW. Gabriel Costa next onto the grid, followed by Claudio Jr. Juho Sopanen is up next in the Beamer. Jaden Lloyd in the Williams. Leila Torosso up next. Then it is Alex Sensen in the Ferrari. George Correas up next. And now we get to the top 3. Anna Adam, open wheel specialist. He's in a Torosso. He was very quick as we were in private practice. So we're going to see how it turns out for him. We look now to the front row. And it all comes down to the classic Ferrari versus McLaren battle. Eamon Aspear in Lewis Hamilton's number 22 McLaren Mercedes up against Christian Ramal's Felipe Massa. It's just like the 08 title. Here we go. Let's do it. It's time to get racing underway. Four lights on the board, and it's lights out, and away we go. Christian Ramal gets a great start. Eamon Aspear to tuck under. Correas has the inside line, and he dives it down the inside of Anna Adam. Anna will try to split the McLaren and the Red Bull. Could not get it done. Ramal was absolutely out of there. Correas has got the jump. He is now into second position. Anna Adam looking for the position to get through now against Aspear, against the Red Bull, and the McLaren dives it. He forces Correas off circuit, and through goes Anna Adam. What a run for him. A heavy lockup has sent Aspear off, and he's now back still, side by side with Correas as they head up the hill into the right-hander. Bit of a lockup all left, trying to get the move done on Anna Adam, but Ramal is booked it. He is out of there. He's got the jump. 2-second gap just from all the squabbling that's gone down. He has got the dream start. There they go, down the hill, heading up to Juncao. What a run here as the drivers now make their way, filing through on track. Bit of yellows there for Perunima. Off circuit. Yes, I can call you Abdullah. Yes, I can do that for you. Correas, fastest lap, interestingly. I would think lap 1, that goes to the leader. Now, I am going to do us a favor there and put that off screen. Get that out the way. There we go. That's a lot more like it. Abdullah, trouble for him. He's off circuit. He climbs right back on. Caleb Brown also off track. Looking on board with the Williams, chasing down Gabriel Costa for position. 3/10 the difference between them. Lots of lockup here. Lots of smoke through this section here. Let's go with the Ferrari so far. Ferrari sandwich with the Toro Rosso in the middle. 3 Ferrari power units lead here in Brazil. And Lewis Hamilton, also known as Nasseir, he's sitting in 4th. Now 2 races to do it here. We'll see how it turns out. Side-by-side action. Williams and BMW. And Jaden Lloyd will get the dive through on Daniel Matos. But can Matos potentially climb his way back up? Port position, a little bit too far. Here is Oleg down the inside. Had to back off. No room there. And the fight for second place is on. And Adam, what can he do? He's got to do some big defending through the right-hander. Look at that. He lost the back end there. Oleg hit the sausage curb with the rear tires. Holy pronunciation, Batman. What did I pronounce? Coming around Juncao, and that's trouble for Claudio Jr. And there goes Layla, who will go past, and that's a free spot for her. Slipstream engaged for Oleg. Anna in trouble, and look at the Ferrari go to the outside. Anna having to defend, elbows are out. Fastest lap for Ramau, continuing to extend his lead. But you take a look and you'll understand why, just with the tires. Anna's on the mediums. He's going for softs at the end, and what a move around the outside! Oleg sends it with a beautiful move in the Ferrari, gets it done. Now Anna's on the slower compound here for the early stages of the Grand Prix. A lot of drivers going for the softs. There is Eamon Esmer also doing the same thing. So expect them to go backwards here. Mispronounced 70% of the game. Really? Oh, Jaden Lloyd, trouble. I'll make sure I fix up for race 2. If I did mispronounce anybody, apologies if I did, though. And what a run for Jaden Lloyd. It's trouble for him. Back to this fight here. And the Ferraris are starting to exit the picture. But remember, soft compound tires. They have to make a compound change in this race, so it's very unique to have this dynamic set of tires. The only driver on the hards, that's Layla in the other Toro Rosso, so split strategies for them, but the Ferraris running pretty identical for each other. Lap traffic, Abdullah. So trouble for him in the early stages of this race. Here's Correa, soft compounds. But these softs can very much be absolutely useless if you can't get moves done up the road. Anna Adam just getting the move done on that back marker. He's doing a good job of getting out the way. Of course, as part of the rules. Gabriel Costa getting the move done on, I think that was Keimani. Left-hander. Sticks to the left-hand side. That's not going to help Correa. He was really pushing. Trying to get that move. Could not get it done. And that McLaren starting to inch away. Ramau, fastest lap once again. 1:11.376. His teammate, 1:11.5 for his last lap. Anna Adam, 1:13. But he's playing the long game here. Lock up, going deep. There's Eamon. Big opportunity for a move, nose to tail. The Red Bull trying to look for a position here. To the outside, here comes Correas. And, oh, big lock up there. Remember, Eamon had locked up lap 1, and it sent both of these drivers to drop many positions. Lots of action going down in the rear here, and I think it's, unfortunately, settled down. Missed out on it because we're watching the battle for 4th here in this race. But still, what an incredible bit of racing we have here as we come around Jinkao. For now, what is the 6th time in this one. As, look at this. 2 BMWs together, and it looks like Matos got it done past his teammate. And here comes the Force India now of Gabriel Costa. Left-hander, oh, he's turned into him. That's trouble. Yuo's managed to survive it. He'll cut the corner, hits the sausage curb, has to watch out on rejoin in the circuit. Hip check there, and now back at the front, Correas at the outside. Eamon will defend it, inside line, and still these positions stay the same between each other. Yuo getting the move on Keimani, who bumps over, off circuit, manages to survive. A lot of action going on here. 2 very great battles to look out for. And this fight right here, it's all coming down to the tires. Softs against mediums, and this is pure intel to figure out what goes down in race number 2. What a great fight. Chat saying, take a look at the P10 to 12 slots too. Yeah, we are looking. We're trying to find every single battle here to check out. It is some great racing. Another moment there, going deep is Eamon. This could be the opportunity for Correas. Is it the inside? Eamon has to leave the space. The Red Bull will go through. Can Eamon find his way through around the outside? Wheel to wheel. Contact is made as well. Fantastic racing. And the soft tires, can they prove that they're the ones to start with? The inside will go to Asseir, and he'll regain back firmly 4th. A little bit of a wiggle at the top of the hill. A slide for Correas, and it's going to be breathing room for Asseir. Wow. What a fight. In pit lane, Jaden Lloyd had enough with his soft compound. He's coming in. Is it going to be hard tires to the very end? Are we going to see some multiple stops, or is it just one stop? No, it's Jaden Lloyd retiring. Had enough in this race. Oleg, fastest lap of the race. 1:11, 1:04 for him. Great lap. Was that Evan that just lagged there? I'm not too sure, but now he's got the overspeed down the inside. And, oh, Layla! Ah, bit naughty there. She lets off, letting the move go back through. Both of them now have damage. It's Evan who has heavier damage because of it. And can Evan find himself with enough aero to keep this car ahead in this fight? Misjudged the moment there for Layla, and she'll be able to get back the move there. Almost second bit of contact to the right. And gets through up to P10. P14 coming in. Caleb Brown in for a pit stop. And, oh, I don't know if that's healthy. Can't even see his neck. Going very slow in the box. Abdullah as well. Caleb coming back out on track. It's a quick stop from the team. Might be a second pair of soft tires. Hard tires, looks like maybe for Abdullah. Slow and steady out of pit lane. Evan Steinberg, trouble for him. It's a drive-through penalty for speeding in the pits. That is trouble for his race. It's already cooled down. No, not exactly. Correas starting to get back the momentum here. And he's getting a move on. We also have Yuho. Once we get the pit stops underway and that tire offset starts to flip over, then we're going to get some very interesting racing. Because remember, the two Ferraris, they're in the lead, they're extending the gap, but once they get onto the mediums or the hards, their pace is going to drop exponentially, and a driver like Anna Adam and Eamon Esper, who will switch on, probably to the softs, will have a huge momentum shift. Do not count them out in this race. They are going to be big players coming towards the end of this race 1 of 2. Yuho is trying, meanwhile, to close this gap. Both drivers on the soft compound here. And there is Yuho in the background there. BMW trying to push on to see if there's any way of getting this move through here. We're coming up to the halfway point of the race, so expect those pit stops to come in. There is your race leader, who was checked out after the crazy amount of battles. Evan Steinberg into service drive-through penalty. And Chad is saying it there. Ramau is indeed on fire with all the fights going on. That lockup with Eamon, who was fighting for second, it costed everyone behind to check up. While this man right here checked out. And in P2, Oleg, who's done a fantastic job of using those softs to his absolute might, and able to get up to second with all the action going on. A pit stop for Keimani in 9th place. Now through the left-hander and still trying to get this move done. Some way, somehow. 10-second time penalty for Abdullah for cutting the circuit. There's Perunima off track as well. And there is Claudio Jr., who will get the move ahead. Man, what's that a retirement I just saw? In the corner of my eye. Caleb. Might have been him gone. And unfortunately, dropping down like flies here. And I'm getting corrected here in private messages to say some of these names a little bit correct. Ooh, wow! Hitting the curb pretty hard there was Eamon. He's trying to open up this gap. He wants to go long on these mediums. Trouble for 10th. That's Claudio. And, oh, it's trouble! Anna Adam! Sliding off circuit! What happened to him? Yellow flags out, and he has dropped down a heap of positions. What went down? I don't know. Oleg's in pit lane. That is a nightmare moment. Side by side, though, for the podium. Kraus, outside move against that spear. Wheel to wheel. And the Red Bull gets it done. Little wide there. Maybe the McLaren can get back, can fight back maybe. Look at the overspeed for the number 22 McLaren to the outside. Can Eamon dance his way through? No, he cannot. And Kraus, fantastic move, gets it done. And he is now up to a net P3 unless something goes down for Oleg. He pit. So we're now also waiting for our race leader. Soft compounds again for Oleg, interestingly. Is this a two-stop? they have to make a compound change. So I'm not too sure what the idea was to pit again. For him. Any pit stops coming up this lap? Not at all. And side-by-side action, Oleg with fresh, soft tires. Gets the move done. A new hope. And oh, he goes deep. Yellow flag, sector 1. Where did he go? There he is. And it looks like it has been cleared. So a bit of a brown pants moment there for him. And Eamon, oh, those medium tires are destroyed. And trouble for Claudio Jr. He just lost the back end. He rotates the car. He gets back going. Fastest lap for Rahul. In the Scuderia Ferrari Marlboro. Still continuing to lead this one 20 seconds because, well, his teammate pit. And now we're waiting for these drivers to come in. Eventually when they do. Now into the left. Big lock up there for Correas. He's got probably one last gasp to try to let these softs do its thing. I'm still wondering, though, the idea for Oleg to go for a two-stop here, because he has to change to the mediums. So it's going to be very interesting. Maybe the podium battle will go down with Oleg, probably thinking that a double soft stint might be the way. He still has to eventually get on the medium somehow, some way. Or the hards. But at this stage, medium tires might be the better outcome here. But now, he's fighting against Juho. A bit of a slide there. Not as helpful. Sopanen on board. Leader still yet to come in. We're still waiting for second and third. The box. And third is coming in. That's Eamon Espeir with medium tires. He's in the box. We watch the overspeed of the Ferrari to go side by side with the BMW. Juho will tuck in. Outside move. Trying to dance in. It's contact between them. Oleg, can he squeeze back through? Cannot. A lot of jostling for position. McLaren swap tires. It's soft compounds for Eamon for the final couple of laps in this race. It's 9 to go. And look at that. Oleg, he's back through. So this fight continues to spice its way up. But now with Eamon on the softs, is this a potential challenge for Rahul? We will find out. We will see when he does come in. Because those soft tires are screaming to death on Rahul's Ferrari. 17 laps straight on them. Not as quick through the left-hander there. His last lap, though, 1:10.8. And we'll find out very soon what a fresh set of tires can do for Eamon. Look at that, everybody on the softs except for Purnima. And Claudio Jr. crossing the line there, and Eamon has some work to do. Round 1, 2, 3. Check out our leader. Is it pit time for him? No, it is not. What is the idea for Rahul? Fastest lap again. Doesn't look like those tires are dead anytime soon. What a run for him. P2, Correa still yet to box. Remember, he is fighting Eamon Esper for position. For that podium spot. You also got to keep an eye out on Oleg, because he needs to pit again in this race. Now through the left. The 1, now 2. He's on the podium right now, or fighting for it, but still yet to make his pit stop, we believe. And yes, that is the case. Top 4. Still yet to box. Our leader now coming in the pit lane. Here we go. Has to get it slowed down. Oh, Christian Ramon is spun on pit entry. This is huge. Race leader spinning on pit entry. It's crucial seconds lost in the box. That is huge. He locked up the rear tires. This is critical for the Ferrari pit crew to get this pit stop quick, done and dusted. Kraus in pit lane. Remember, he was fighting with Eamon. Oleg also could be jumping his teammate at the moment. This is absolutely huge. Ramau on pit exit. And look at that. The gap he's opened up was so big. I don't even think the spin affected him. It doesn't look like it. Not at all. I can't believe it. He switches on to the medium tires, and he's got a good enough gap to stay ahead of the pack. I thought that was the moment there where his lead would have went kablow, kaboom. Rest in peace to Ramau's potential race win. He got locked up by the rear brakes. But unfortunately for us, fortunately for him, he's good to go. Unfortunately for us, it's no action for the fight for race victory. Matos still needing to come in, but you now look at this fight and you see that Correas, with that soft tire advantage early on in the race, has helped him out, and he's been able to stay ahead. And look at this fight. That's lap traffic. Abdullah trying to get out the way. Portema running into the rear of him, trying to get the switch. Couldn't work out. Matos is finally in. Those soft tires were absolutely screaming. He's the penultimate driver to come in. We still wait for Portema to box very soon. And compound swapped. He's on the mediums. Game on to the very end. P9, a lot of traffic. Lap traffic, I'll say. In the Super Aguri. Oh, Portema. Rear end. Dives right off the racing line. It's not helped him out. Yuho chasing down Costa for this position here. And your last drivers to come in. So he's got fresh tires on to the very end. We're still wondering Oleg's strategy here. He's got about 5 laps to come in, if I'm not mistaken. Otherwise, race direction would let us know if that pit stop was invalid, because he has to make a compound change. And he has not done so yet. He's gone for a double soft stint. Now he has a bit of a gap. There is Kraus in third, just rounding out 2. And still, we're wondering, what can this race turn out to be for this battle of the podium? It will shuffle up Eamon, potentially, if he's got the pace on those soft tires to keep up with the Ferrari. But as it stands right now, it could look like a Ramau, Kraus front row. Eamon possibly third or fourth, but second row for sure, if anything stays here. Oleg disqualification. Now, I'll tell you why. Oleg has to swap compounds for pit stops. That's the rule for Formula 1. That's the rule for the race. Oleg started on the softs. When he came into the box, he pitted for softs again. So we're led to believe that this is a two-stop for Oleg, believing that fresh, soft, compound tires is the way to go for this race. He's trying to do everything to catch up to his teammate, so I don't blame him. But now lap 23, he's going to need to bail out of the strategy because he's not going to start second. But we'll find out. If he boxes, if he doesn't box, it's a DQ, and it's a massive oversight in the clear rules that state that they have to come in for a compound change that everyone has done so, well, except for Pornima. Oh, trouble! Speaking of which, Pornima hits the wall on the outside. That's a good bit of damage for him. He still needs the box. And he's just nursing that Renault. But, folks, you want to stick around for the stream. Race 2 is coming up. Another 25-lap race. We're not done here in CMRSC. We got another race coming your way. And Oleg comes in. So, the soft strategy, the double softs, credit to him for attempting it. It has not worked out. Correas has now fouled his way up to second. Eamon is to third. Swapping to the mediums as Oleg. He'll have about 2 laps to catch up, but I think the battle for the podium might be out of his sight. Exiting out the pit lane. Ferrari strategy in chat there. Ooh, I won't say too much. If I speak, I'll be in trouble. Oh, Steinberg, that's a shame. 10-second time penalty for cutting the circuit. Not the best moment there. Not his highlight. Here is your battle for 6th place, though. Anna, who qualified on 3rd. It all went downhill throughout this race. And then making a huge mistake off track. Final lap for your leader. I see Ramos leaving the session there. There's race 2 coming up. You don't want to leave. It kind of worked. He's ahead of P5 for sure, but I think he was definitely aiming for the podium. Considering, I'll put it like this, if he had pitted normally and not gone for the 2-stop, he would have finished P2 comfortably. A little bit of a slide there for you. Ooh, Abdullah. He stopped on track. There's a slide there for Costa. Now a chance for Yuho to go for one last attempt for position here. And he heads into... Was that an intentional attempt at a wreck? I don't know what that was, but that did not look cool at all. I don't know what in the world that was, but that did not look right whatsoever. Rounding out the final quarter and crossing the line, however, Christian Ramau will take victory here at Interlagos for race 1 of 2. Abdullah looks like he's just called it quits. He stopped on track. Kraus, it's a Ferrari manufacturer, or engine supplier, I should say, 1-2. Correas, P2. Eamon will be 3rd. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's not a Ferrari engine for the Red Bull. I know the Toro also had it. Pornima, 10-second time penalty added to his time. There's Oleg to the line there. And sends his Ferrari to the wall. You got one more race to do so, buddy. Got to keep going. Now, in terms of what in the world that was, I don't know with Yuho, but these races don't get looked at after for penalties. We just like having a bit of fun, but that was not something I enjoyed to look at there to see what happened to Yuho. That was very, very silly of him, if it was what I think it was, because it looked clear as day. Regardless, though, we're not going to end on a sour note there. It is positive news there for Ramau, who takes up 1 of 2. And I'll tell you right now, that moment there will be looked at by the end of this race. But we're getting ready for race number 2. Coming your way, so don't go anywhere. Intentional wrecking is sicky. Silly. Sicky. I agree. 1000%. Evan Steinberg having fun with his car. So up at the front, it is Christian Ramau on top here. Oh, disconnected there. So he is P1. What a performance from him in that Ferrari. We're getting ready for race number 2. We're setting it up, getting it ready to go. There's a driver still entering to the pits here, and Gabriel Costa might be that last driver to do so. So your first one done in the books there. So what a result it was for the drivers there, but that is how it is looking at the line. So it's Christian Ramau. It was a dominant victory out here in race number 1 in the Ferrari. P2, George Kraus. What a performance from him. Second place, the soft tires at the start clearly was the idea for the strategy, and I think everyone's going to be starting on the softs here for race number 2. Eamon Espeir, P3. The idea for the mediums to softs was great on paper, just did not execute the way it could have. And it was Oleg next to the line, I believe. Daniel Matos, Gabriel Costa, Leila Petragula, Heimani Niang, Evan Steinberg, Claudio Jr., Juho Sopanen, Abdullah to round it out. We did have some retirements out of that one, Caleb Brown and Jaden Lloyd. So that is number 1 done. Race 2 is coming up. We're not done yet. You would have thought the stream would have been over at this time. It is not. We're getting ready for number 2. Here we go. This is exciting. 10 seconds, and we should be seeing cars on grid. Now, it's going to be those drivers who finished. It'll stay the grid order. No reversing, none of that. But here we go. So now it is time to fire up the engines and start it up once more with race 2. And we look at it live on screen. Marcos so far behind at the back, but he hasn't started the first race, so he's got a bit of a ways to go. So time is ticking. 1 minute and 25 seconds left to go. And we're going to start it off with the grid. So Abdullah starts in the rear alongside it's Hornema. Claudio Jr. up next. Evan Steinberg. Keimani Niang and Juho Sopanen. Leila Petragula and Gabriel Costa. Anna Adam up next. Daniel Matos, Oleg Sensen. And we get to our top 3. We'll start it off with Eamon Espeir, 3rd position right now. He is probably just thinking about the car that's directly ahead of him, Christian Ramau. If he can get the jump on him, this could be big for his race. In 2nd place and on the front row, it belongs to George Kraus in the Red Bull. Now, the only reason why he lost out all that time was that first lap battle between himself and the driver he lines up just ahead of Eamon Espeir. He won, however. It's Ramau And they look for an opportunity to shine here for race number 2. Let's sound it off here. Lights on your screen. All eyes on the lights and foot to the floor. We go racing at Interlagos. A really good start there from Kraus. And can he dive it up the inside? Oleg will try to get the move. He's been tagged wide. It is 3 cars off circuit there. Rahul goes deep off track. He hits the wall. It's a massive accident for the Ferrari man. And Kraus leads the Grand Prix. Daniel Matos in second. What just happened there? A 3 wide here. Claudio runs deep. And all your top guys in the back here. The Ferraris have had a poor start getting this one going. And it has shuffled up the order entirely. We didn't have reverse grids, but it feels like one right now. What a start. And oh, there's more trouble. I saw Oleg lose the rear end. Took out 3 drivers, it almost looked like there. Oh, and Adam. Oh, he's fighting Abdullah. Look at this fight here. It's pack racing for the lead here. Oleg running together with his teammate. And now Rahul in the rear. Absolutely huge sausage curve, and I'm not surprised Oleg just went for a spin there. That's Abdullah also going through. Rahul trying to get by one of the McLarens. There's Eamon getting through on Pornima. What a start. This is huge. And Pornima lining up a move. That is a kamikaze dive bomb if I've ever seen one. It didn't look like he was going to stop anytime soon. Oleg has called it quits. He's destroyed everyone and he said bye. Just like that. That is a horrific start for him and for Ferrari because he's screwed his teammate. Well, actually I wouldn't say that. He wasn't collected in that one. What is the Ferrari wall thinking about that one? What is chat thinking about that one? That was a crazy moment there. But Oleg definitely putting in some work. It's Spygate all over again, taking out 2 McLarens. And a little bit of a slide there for Yuho. Hasn't worked out for him. Because now he is under pressure against Gabriel Costa. Anna Adamus retired it. I don't know why he's gone, but apparently he is. What a flipped over grid. Ramos also just took it to pit lane. I think he might be out of this one too. But look at this, Yuho. A little bit of weaving there. And oh, look at that, squeezing him all the way into 1. I think he just made contact with them. Oh, and they face through. Well, he's off circuit. Rejoins back on, has to watch out. Layla now on the inside and gets back through. Now Layla up. Now Yuho back through. So he's not going to drop his position there. Our leaderboard is all over the place. AOTP for it. But at the front, it's Kraus, Matos, and Costa. But Yuho and Layla are coming up fast. It's still an eventful start here in this race. With all the quick drivers in the back, like I said, we did not call for a... Oh, that's a sausage curve there. Why is he driven into that one? Marcos Ramos. A bit of an interesting moment there. Here is Rahul. He is now playing catch-up game. For Rahul, it's going to feel like Lewis Hamilton 2021 at Interlagos. Last diverse challenge. Keimani's called it quits. He's fed up. A lot of drivers dropping like flies out here. And look at Evan tries to keep this position. Oh, he's tagged Rahul. Oh, he's hit him again. And I think he's actually corrected him that time by. These two not letting a single inch between each other. It's getting feisty in the rear. Look up the inside for Evan Steinberg. But it's not enough. The outside move will power down. And the medium tires will not hold on for that moment there. But up at the front, it's still Correa's in P1. Our leaderboard will update soon. That's what we're hoping at least. What a fight this is. This is such an interesting one. Trouble there. That's Junior. Off track. Oh. Oh my goodness, somebody just got shot. Can somebody check on that? I don't know what just happened there. Fastest lap there for the Red Bull driver. Sitting in P1, and we're now on board with the sister team. And oh, trouble for Gabriel Costa. Locks up the rears out of one. And now confidence will swing in the way of Yuho. And Evan Steinberg coming in at the end of lap 4. Maybe swapping onto the sauce, it looks like it. Just wanting to get over the stint he needs to do. That was a crazy one there. But look at the pack racing back here. Here is Eamon. P8 for him. He's ahead of his rival, Christian Ramau. This could be very much a dogfight when it comes to the fight for the win. If both Eamon and Ramau play their cards right, they are very quick drivers. But now Eamon looks at the fight up the road. Yuho on the inside, Layla outside. They head into turn 1. Yuho still holds on to the lead on board with the McLaren and just cannot get through around the outside. Backs off and watches the slipstream. Eamon's gonna want to pick these cars out one at a time. And he's got to do them fast because behind, you just saw him. That's Christian Ramau in the Ferrari. And oh, it's trouble for Layla. And oh, it's Ramau who has to take it off circuit. And trouble for the Italian. And she runs off. Meanwhile, lap traffic there for Kraus. Gets through. P2 in the BMW. And P3, there is the Force India. And there is Eamon who gets past Yuho. Done and dusted. That's one position done. And he is through. Let's see if we can do anything to fix that leaderboard, though. On board with the Renault. And is there any tower that could potentially fix this? Ah, it's stuck on our screen. That's fun. And oh, that's trouble there. Daniel Matos, your driver who was sitting in second position, has lost out of second position. That's a huge moment for him. Now Eamon is up to third. Up the inside of Costa. Now he's into second. This is a huge turning point early on in this race. These soft tires were the way to go. But it's still Kraus in the lead. And remember, he and Esper fighting very hard for the podium. Could it be for the win? Where is Ramau? He has now got a couple of cars to navigate through. And the first one is Supanen. Against the BMW, the Ferrari will challenge his way to the outside. A little bit of a squeeze he'll take as they head into one. Newell will dive it up the inside. And he'll claim back that position. Runs deep onto the curb. Outside move. Yuho squeezes. It's not enough for the Ferrari. But will we see a dive of the century for Yuho? Yes, he will. And it's a little too much hitting the curb, but he's managed to stay on. Up the road, however, there you see Claudio Jr. He's having some trouble there. He's actually a lapped car. Oh, he's hit the wall. In fact, I don't know what just happened to him. He was lap traffic and just decided to destroy his race car. And he's called it quits. All over the rear. Up the inside. Big move there. Up the road there you saw Matos fighting up against Costa for third. Side by side. Round Junkao. Over under for Christian Ramau and power of the final braking zone. He'll get the move, but now Slipstream will return to the favor of the BMW, and Yuho will have the opportunity to dive it. Slipstream looking for the move. Rahul covers the inside, and it's going to be a long outside dive. Beating and banging through one, now through two. Oh, they face through each other again. And now, oh, it's Yuho. That is the second time I've seen Yuho face through a driver. I think he's calling it quits there. So, it's not us, it's him. He is constantly phasing through. Chance to use the 2000s graphics. I know what you're talking about. You're probably talking about one of these bad boys here. I don't know, I kind of like how the Wednesday Cup graphic looks on the screen. However, we can do you one better. There we go. That is one we can look at. Let me know if it's too distracting. I can always take it off. But I think we can get some pretty solid information here, maybe? Oh, it's actually just doing sector times, so maybe not. Ooh, no, I've lost it. There we go. So let's get back and talking about racing here. Because now we're watching Rahul get through. Slipstream here for Rahul. Up the inside of Daniel Matos. A big send there. Matos trying to go for the over-under. He's punted. He is punted. Rahul. He is in the wall, and it goes from bad to worse. That is very naughty there for Daniel Matos. He's just killed Rahul's race. Furthermore, and the chance of us seeing the battle for victory for Rahul is looking like it's going down the drain. Wow. A little bit speechless there. Lovely. That might be the best word to put it in chat. Lap 11 now. We're 15 laps to go here for this one. It's still been some really cool racing, that's for sure. Pornamont now into the box. And Eamon is looking like the sole man to put the fight against Kraus. Now, last lap time for Eamon was a 1:11.4. Kraus, 1:12.3. So, big opportunity for Eamon to fight for this race win. And that is exactly what we want to see. We want to see some really good action. And finally, it looks like our leaderboard is starting to properly update because of all those retirements that happened. So, it's kind of messed it up, but we're back. And Christian Rahul is flying on this lap. He's got 9th ahead of him, lap traffic. And he's purple, first sector. Eamon has just taken the purple middle sector. And he's currently a 10th up on his lap time here. We'll check it out. Cross to the line, crossing it to 1:12.0. Eamon crossing the line now, 1:11.1, and it's the fastest lap of the race. Rahul up next. It's feeling like qualifying for a second here. And crossing the line for Christian. And he does so, 1:11.3. So still hunting. And I think that lapped car, though, the lap before, did give a huge reason on why that went down. But we still watch and we pray that we're going to get ourselves an amazing, iconic fight for the race victory. We're not done with battles, however, on track currently because Matos and Costa are both fighting for third position. I know Diego Perez may be joining us here for a couple laps. He will be about 12 laps down. Better late than never to try it. And see what he can do. Running out Junkao. And on to the front straight. "13 laps to go. The fight for third we watch here. The BMW looks to one. Lock up for Matos. Rahul, fastest lap, 1:11.0. He's tuning up the band now. He's still got some work to do. He's 5th. He's got 13 laps to catch a lot of positions. That gap for P1. Oh, as Matos runs off circuit. 3.3. And the gap is trying to get close down, but Corsa and Nasseir have matched each other in the first sector. 15.022 against the 15.001, respectively, for Eamon. And, oh, hard lock up there. We're on board here with Gabriel Costa, rounding out Juncao. And Nasseir will return the favor with the fastest lap of the race. And Kraus, 1:11.799. 0.8 off that last lap. And Eamon has just pulled a huge chunk out of that lead. And the gap is now under 3 seconds. Once we get to the pit stop phases, it could be an over-undercut for victory. This could be a titanic battle to the very end, especially as we get through the pit stop phases. Lap traffic for Kraus. That is the McLaren of Marcos Ramos. Out the way. Kraus goes through. 2.5. And it continues to chop down. Meanwhile, Christian Rahul, 2.9 behind the fight for the podium. Crossing the line once again. Kraus, last lap, 1:11.8. Eamon, 1:11.2. So, potentially by the end of this lap, you could see that time go down to 2 seconds. But, you know what? It may not be this lap. Action up the road here. Abdullah, he runs deep off circuit. McLaren's together. Abdullah was fighting for 9th. And he's locked down. He's gone deep in his first CMRSC event. George will win. That is what chat is saying. I don't know. It's too close to call. We are about to hit the final 10 laps. We still have to await pit stops for the top 6. Anything can go down here, just like that moment there as Costa runs deep off. Through the right, and both of them locking up again. Now, is this the sign that the soft tires are starting to lose its grip? 1.8 for the lead. But this fight here is under a second. And Marcos Ramos, a drive-through penalty for speeding in pit lane. It is trouble for him. Right in the back, 1.9. The gap that Rahul is pulling against the fight for the podium is the same amount that Eamon is pulling against Kraus. And we're 10 to go here in Interlagos. It looks boring right now, but do not go away, because that is why. Fight for the top. Fight for the podium. Game on between the two, side by side. Matos and Costa, 2 Brazilians at it. And the 3rd Brazilian driver may join them very soon, because that gap is going to go down quick. Costa on the inside. Matos loses the rear end. Could be a chance now for the Ferrari to enter this fight. And yes, he has. Gap for the race lead down to 1.2. Chance for Rahul to get past Daniel Matos, the man who had contact with them early on. That's a huge lockup for him. And up the inside, the Ferrari will go through. It's 4th place for Christian Rahul. But will Matos fight back? He certainly will. To the outside, Costa pits. And Rahul, inside line. And that's the move he needed. That's the run he needed to get away from. And he is checked out. It's third place for Christian Ramau. And if he can get the move done and he can start to put the pace down, he can jump Costa. Now it's down to the fight for the lead. It's finally time. You've waited long enough. But Eamon Nasseir has pulled off an incredible drive in the McLaren Mercedes. He is now under a second for race victory. Left-hander, Junkao on the straight. Meanwhile, position side by side up the road on the straight. Wheel to wheel, Layla and Evan Steinberg through to one. And, Steinberg loses the rear end. Layla having an opportunity to go through. It's contact again! I was just about to mention that it would suck if contact happens a second time in the same section of the circuit. Now it's trouble for the leader. Both drivers off. Now blue flags firmly in the air. Steinberg runs deep. Will help the leader and P2. That's one way to get past. Layla allows through, and that's a perfect way to let through there because now she can return to the fight to hold on to sixth. Eamon now all over the rear. Soft tires have reached the life expectancy, and a big dive opportunity. That was a huge one there. Was it pressure to make Kraus go wide? Abdullah inside line. Lap traffic. And that is a slow run there for Kraus, but it's a bit of a lockup for Asseir. Not enough. Fight truly coming down here. And Evan Steinberg has managed to open up the gap. Now through the Senna S's of 1, 2, and turn 3. 5/10, half a second separate the leaders. Chat was saying Kraus has this one in the bag, but for how long? The trouble for P7. Oh no! Evan Steinberg has flipped over. His race is done for as he was fighting with Layla. Huge moment there. 4/10. Kraus runs deep off track. Big lockup for Eamon. Now, is there another attempt at a dive here? There is not. Kraus feeding under the pressure. Eamon does not know anything about this driver other than he is willing to put his elbows out when it matters the most. Eamon, however, multiple-time champion in CMRSC. Looking to show him how it's done. Hit lane potentially? No. So it's side by side. The battle for the race lead. Eamon outside. Kraus inside. Kraus has the run here. Covers it off. Through to 2. But it's going to be a better run for Eamon. Slipstream. Outside move. And it's a drag race. Kraus, does he send the dive? Has to send it. Hold on there. And no, it's not enough. An outside brilliant move from Eamon Nasseir, who will take P1 for the Brazilian Grand Prix. Now remember, they both have to get on medium tires very soon. I think Kraus should have pitted that moment there when he had the chance. There's Diego Perez now coming in. And he is a lot of laps down. 15 laps down for him. 6 to go. They both have to pit. Now, if I was Kraus right now, I'm going to hope that Eamon does not box this lap, and I'll try the undercut. Fresh new mediums, and let's see how they work. Eamon, however, he's got first dibs, and he does not come in. There's the Red Bull. Having to watch pit entry. It's a spin! No! And the battle for P1, it's gone. An identical spin, just like Ramau. And I know Ramau's going to take his sweet time in here, locking up the rears. Kraus, that race win is gone. That one mistake may have costed him. Eamon is in a fight with himself for victory. Trouble for Evan Steinberg. Oh, he's found himself on the alternate layout. Now, what is this? None of our cameras can even spot him Does he know where he is? I don't think so. There's your leader. The Explorer. Oh, he's found a little gap. He's through. That is hilarious. Now, Eamon. Under pressure now. Having to think about pitting this lap. Oh, and no, Evan's just exploring this in the race. I don't know what is going on with him. And Eamon in pit lane. Big lockup. Whoa. That, ladies and gentlemen, that is a pit entry. So in the box, Eamon will need a slow stop. The McLaren team will have to do something terrible. It's not worked out because the McLaren team have pulled off an amazing pit. And Kraus, unfortunately, has to kick himself with the mistake he made on pit entry, fighting for victory. He's thrown it one away all by himself. Now, it's still not over. It's 4 laps, and it's medium tires. This is the time for these two to really fly by. And up to third, there is Rahul. Now, does he have a chance to fight? 8 seconds. The top 4 all separated 8 seconds. Wow. Meanwhile, Evan Steinberg looking for home, essentially. I think we have a little bit of a moment here to relax. He's got disqualified. Nice. The Explorer, Evan Steinberg, calling it quits there. The McLaren. Okay, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that word without getting demonetized. I'm pretty sure I'm allowed to. But let's call them the McLaren bots. Have done an amazing pit. Indeed they have. Gabriel Costa, 10-second time penalty. That could actually affect his 4th place finishing position against Daniel Matos. May look for it. But what a fun race we've had. I feel like we definitely need a full-on championship with these cars. They have been nothing but awesome to watch here. But we'll find out in the future if there's a home for this one. Chat saying the Ferrari is beautiful. Let's take a look at it. Let's go with the drone cam to help you out with that look there. Now, even though it may be a BMW helmet, I think Rahul forgot his at home. Bauderon from the BMW team, who have been happy to help out. Running out Junkao. What could have been for Rahul if he wasn't taken out by the curb. Oscar Piastri style. Now, the audio out here like this, not the best. But it is a pretty awesome mod pack here for free. Side-eye emoji. Let's look at the chrome, the classic chrome McLaren leading his way, getting to the final lap of this one. This one might be one of my favorites. The chrome McLarens, especially the shape of this car. One of my childhood favorites. Lapping his teammate here. And around the final corner for the penultimate time. Oh, and Costas quits! He had a 10-second time penalty. But I guess he's decided to not take it whatsoever. Final lap for your race leader that we look right now. CRT over here. Coming to the end of this one. What a race. Race 1, though. Definitely the highlight. Evan Steinberg's back. Look at him go. The adventurer. There he goes. He passing the curb, passing the wall. And looks like he's going home. Now, where is home? I'm not too sure. Pretty clean. Pretty clean indeed. What a run for Eamon. We got to give it to him. That was a great drive to catch up to Kraus. And I think what he's going to love even more is the fact that he passed him on track without the help of that mistake from him. In a few days' time, Eamon will fight for the GT Final Series playoffs. And he starts off with Le Mans. But today, he calls himself victor in the McLaren. A race winner in Formula One. Kraus will take second position. And a great drive to come back as well. It's Christian Ramau. A great run in the Ferrari. Kraus, an amazing drive as well. It's a shame about the pit stop mishap. But it's all over. 2 more drivers on the lead lap. Matos is next up to do so. I think the celebrations had already came down here. But what a race that was. So, fantastic effort for your 2 race winners of today. They meet each other this Saturday in the... We meet each other this Saturday at Le Mans. Let's talk to Eamon right now. Eamon, what a victory that was. That was a good charge for P1 there. Ah. Maybe it was always meant to happen with the obliteration. It didn't happen in race 1, but race 2, yeah, that was a kamikaze. But no, I mean, like, just take me through really quickly. How was the charge to the very end? And give me one moment here. I'm just going to make sure the Discord audio is set on stream. Just give me 1 second here. All right, there we go. Should be good to go.
Yeah, so I was saying, like,
Yep.
just I saw Christian in the wall, so we took the opportunity, started like going through the field as fast as possible, making overtakes efficiently, and it just worked out. And thankfully, also Yuho helped me at one point. He just I promised him a position that I would get for him, and it just worked out.
Well, whoever was your crew chief, it definitely helped you out there for the long haul.
Yeah, shout out to Vibes. Shout out to Vibes.
Shout out to Vibes.
Daniel Santos is getting replaced as an engineer.
Let's go.
Live reaction, Daniel Santos. How do you feel about that? You've just been fired.
Pretty good. This guy sucks.
I agree with his opinion about me as well.
Fair
This
enough.
guy is not on my level.
I disagree.
Do we have P2 with us? We don't. Ramau sends in a message. He says, fun race. Had a very nice strategy for race 1, race 2. I did a intentional Interlagos gate. Oh, so, okay, Interlagos gate, okay. Was a cool recovery drive after it. All right, well, solid result there and a solid P1 for you in the first race. That's going to do it for Interlagos. What's the plan for next Wednesday?
1998 Spa.
I love it. Le Mans?
Yo,
No, please. I need to hear about that.
This
did not
guy's
say Le Mans.
stupid. What the hell?
Rahul, interviews are not done, Rahul. What are you doing, Rahul?
Yeah, I want to know what's next, what we're doing. That's the call.
I said Monaco ruined for me. That's
I agree. No, I agree.
The exploration Grand Prix, bro, like what I was doing.
Bro, we just gotta put we gotta put all of you on an open map now and just play hide and seek.
No hezzy. No hezzy.
No hezzy. Oh, fine.
no
Okay, well, we got
hesi-
Monaco
tunnel.
ruined. Should eventually do some NASCAR too.
Yeah.
I agree.
We had Transit NASCAR on the pole. Almost won it.
Yo, Ford
I'll go
Transit.
a dirt Bristol.
What cars? Like sprint cars?
Or
Mm.
maybe just like a Crown Vic. I have a Crown Vic mod.
A Crown Vic Bristol Dirt?
It's absolutely amazing. You gotta try it later.
Oh, I will.
What about SRX?
Yeah, I have like basically I don't have a modern version of it. I just have a late model.
Go ahead with the late model.
Potentially a short oval. Bunches everybody up all the time. I mean, that's what really Bristol is.
Yeah.
Solid, solid. But very unfortunate to see the fact that we only had like what 3/4 of drivers who signed up to actually show up. Shame on them.
Racing was actually fun, to be fair. I mean, you caught the battle between me and Christian Romano as well.
Yes, that was a good one.
I'd like to say this
The
outside of
exploration
the
was pretty fun.
World Cup, we should definitely like consider these cars for the actual like F1 championship.
Oh, really?
They're-
See,
I
I was
agree.
thinking
I
about
agree.
that. Is this a type of championship with these cars?
I would say
Yeah, I agree.
as long as we actually like make it actually mono make, because even when you uploaded like the updated version, the setups were totally different between cars. They were totally different. Had like the Toro Rosso was mega in sector 2, but horrible in top speed, like almost 20 kph down.
Yeah,
But aside
I can confirm.
cars were a lot of fun. Cars were a lot of fun to race. Like, and also they allowed contact, which I was really surprised about.
I was surprised by that too. Yeah.
I don't know if you caught like me and George, I think. Like
For race 1. Yeah.
Yeah, we literally banged like side to side in turn 4, and it was perfectly fine.
I mean, I know the guy who made this mod, he also has like a 2012 mod set as well. I don't know if it's like the same idea, as these cars are slightly different with each other. But
This is MMG, right?
MMG? I don't know. CIM.
Let me check.
And if I had to if I could recommend a
MAG,
different
sorry, yeah.
car, like the RSS
Yeah.
2017 hybrid is a great car as well.
The 2018 is also free as well.
Is it?
Yeah, it
2017
is
is
free
better.
already.
I personally really like the 17. That's the only one that I drove like from that era. So
Okay.
What about champ cars in Montreal, by the way?
Champ car. I do have a modern-ish champ car before they went extinct.
Like 2002, 2003?
No, that's more VRC. I do have 98. I have 97s.
Oh yes, the
I do have
98.
like more prime kind of kart era. Oh, mine bit of IndyCar action.
What about
I
95 card?
for Wednesday
have
Cup, I
95.
thought about something. How about legend cars?
I do
Oh.
have legend car. You mean those are from iRacing too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I have those. Yeah.
Those
That
sound
could
like
be very interesting.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like some
Nascar
or like
simulator.
I don't know, like Vallelunga, like or something. Yeah, I don't know.
Right.
Alberto
Alright.
Nascar simulator.
We got some solid options there. Maybe we might do open wheel again, or I'll just throw in one of those non-open
Roll.
wheelers. Non-open wheelers. Yep.
What do I get for bringing a Toro Rosso into 5?
You get an interview. How was that race?
Right. Let's be honest.
Thank you. Nice and
The car was
thank you.
insanely slow, like in straight line. But like anytime I'd go into corners, I'd go in like a lot faster than anyone else, and I would getting insane amount of times in the corners, like like end of sector 1, like end of sector 3, or basically
God bless.
start of sector 3,
Right.
and then I would lose everything I gained on the straight.
Jesus.
But
What-
I mean, the problem was, like, to make it like the setup we had was like basically a vacuum. Like you will never lose grip, but at the same time we sacrificed so much speed. by doing that we lost so much time in terms of lap time, but survivability increased. So like, yeah, it worked out.
Fair. All right, I'm gonna go end off the stream here, and maybe we can put up a poll right away.
Yep.
That's gonna do it here
Oh boy, that
for
was fun.
Wednesday
What the-
Cup. Thank you.
What
for
the hell
tuning
is this
in.
mod? What the fuck?
I
Oh my
will,
God.
Mute the Discord there. Wonderful result there of racing. We'll tune in next Wednesday. That's going to be your next Wednesday Cup. Looking like it might be more open wheel, so that was looking like a lot of fun. But yeah, that's what Wednesday Cup's all about. We just pull off some random car track combinations. Some of them are fun, some of them are wacky. Last week we did go-karts. Week before that, it was 90s DTMs around the old Hockenheimering layout. So lots of fun stuff to look forward to. So if you want to get a part of the Wednesday Cup action, join us here at CMRC. Link in the description. But in terms of your next race, it is the beginning of the end for the GT Endurance Cup. And that is going to go all the way down in France at Le Mans. You don't want to miss out on it. That's going to be a huge race. It's the CMRC 24 Hours of Le Mans Virtual, the annual stop we take yearly. You want to be a part of it. You want to race. It's GT3 racing. It's going to be amazing. Week after, it's Spa, then Sebring, Buenos Aires in Argentina, and Portimao. You don't want to miss it. Thank you so much. We'll see you, hopefully, this Saturday to watch some incredible GT3 racing. The grids are going to be absolutely stacked here. Cannot wait for it.